Hey guys, Jesse here, and as you can tell, there's a new making listed about a place. I'm going to show off a few of these because they're all perk points really, but yeah. Anyways, first one, mobility. The speed has been changed to mobility, and I'm going to start with the rifle perks. There's a few changes here, but there's also a new perk here, which is this one. This it costs one at the moment. Reduced the speed of extinguishing fires. Very useful, especially if you have some douchebag teammate who has no idea how to use flamethrowers. Other than that, there's nothing really done to the yellow tree much. Other than this perk got changed, so now that you did an indicator to say, hey, this soldier has the throw range perk. But there's two changes on this tree and one on this one. The first, I'm going to start with the speed or the mobility now. Weapon aim speed, it got changed. It's now 10. So, for example, you couldn't have a weapon aim speed if you low rolled on certain soldiers. Like, for example, this sold, what was it? I think you could have got it with the sold with the if you high rolled on a soldier freeze, but if you low rolled on certain soldiers, you wouldn't be able to get the weapon aim speed perk. Like this guy, for example, he could have gotten the weapon aim speed perk, but same with these two guys, but this guy couldn't. Now he can have the weapon aim speed perk, and he can have the so really, it's much easier now to get in my opinion, the best loadout, which is vertical reduction, medpack usage speed, weapon aim speed, vitality, and then the shot deviation perk. So that's pretty good. The other two which were changed was the head concussion and the health regen. Now the problem with these are that they don't really get you don't really use them much because vitality is so good. But I don't know, it's good, I guess. It's good that these guys have received a change. Health regen is pretty solid. I think the health regen amount out of combat, I think that's a decent buff. And this one was really good, reducing the concussion mechanic, because let's face it, that's the most complained about mechanic in the game. Engineers also received a perk, when they received a perk change, which was that resources for buildings perk got its cost reduced from, I think it was 10 to 8. Still not going to be useful because vitality's so good, but hey, at least it's something. Flamethrowers got another perk. They got the same with Mortarmen. They received a perk which is the exact same, which is, I'm pretty sure, on the yellow tree, which is the you can see here, reduce more flamethrower ammo. It's going to be the same with the mortars, more mortar ammo. The problem with this is it counters acts with this perk here, which is too good in my opinion, or even this perk. Like if this was say 8, I could maybe understand it more, because I don't think they get weapon handling, so they don't get weapon handling either. So at most you can get is 16. So you can either get this, and that's it, or you can grab one of these two perks. So I don't really see that being useful. I can see it useful in the right circumstances, but not in the most circumstances. Pilots and tankers got the most change though. So the first one that they got, the pilots only got one change, which was the parachute one. They got a new parachute where you get reduction if you hard land. But I don't really see this one using, because I don't really use parachutes often, so I don't see this one. And plus, it counters this one, so maybe it'll be good if you use it as a alongside a gunner, but not alongside not for a individual pilot. So a pilot it'll be probably good for a gunner, but not as good for a pilot. For the tankers though, they got a huge buff. So the main one was the loader received a new perk, which is actually, I think, pretty good. It takes up, it's on the yellow tree, but basically 20% reload speed if you're on the loader position. So that's pretty good. Really good with this perk as well. So yeah, loaders received a bit of love. Other than that, there's also a bit of a buff to a few tank perks. I believe the vehicle with repair speed perk got buffed. So did the boarding speed. This one, it used to be switching seat speed, but now it's changed to boarding, leaving, and switching seats. And now it's actually, instead of 20%, it's 30%, so that's pretty good. As for the other perks, there's one more perk which is for the driver, which is really cheap one, speed loss after a gear shift, and I believe that's it. You know, it's not really too much, you know, a few new perks, you know, this one will be probably pretty good, especially because it's very cheap, and it's, you know, and let's face it, flamethrowers can be a bit annoying, so I see that one being a pretty good option. The aim speed perk one was pretty good because it lets soldiers who slightly low rolled get that. And yeah, overall decent, I think. So yeah, a pretty decent perk rehaul, but not the best. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.